Hey guys, I'm Sdanwolf and welcome back to the channel. And before we get in here and start speculating about what may or may not happen in March, let's go back. And I know there's been a little bit of chatter about Shantae mentioning that a quality of life update's coming out, and then Bo said, but don't think that's the only thing that's happening. There are more things in the works. What we don't know is, does she mean there are more things in the works for March, or is that just more things in the work in general? So let me step back real quick, let you listen for yourself what was on the new Frontier Extra live stream that was over on Twitch. And then we'll come back and kind of maybe start speculating and talking about what they mean and kind of what's going on. Now, this was from about 7 days ago, so if you're watching this now, this is March 1st, so we are definitely moving into early March, and hopefully we will have some more news very, very soon. But this is what they said at the beginning of the Planko part of the stream.
Well,
oh no.
So, our main question of the month was...
Wait, let me guess.
Can you guess?
No, I can guess.
It was, what is the next update?
Oh, I had no idea.
And what's in store for this year?
Who would have thought?
And like Steg said, we can't really talk about it, but I will tell you what the next update is. And it is... I'm going to say it is performance updates, quality of life updates that people have been asking for. Super exciting. So, one of the main things is ThemeMaker Toolkit issues, making the browser more responsive and improving the overall usability and performance. So that'd be really good. And then we've also got loading a shutdown improvements as well. So when you come into ThemeMaker's Toolkit, people have been experiencing a lot of shutdown with their parks. That's going to be improved as well as loading times for games and parks.
Lovely.
A lot of people had problems with ThemeMaker's Toolkit items impacting the loading time for their parks, but that should be improved now.
That's great.
A lot of comments here. I'll summarise them into one. Woo!
Yeah, so that is probably very exciting news, I think, for the RollerCoaster community.
Definitely. It's, when is that update planned?
Early March.
Early March.
Very soon.
Excellent. I mean, and that is, of course, not to say that there's not going to be any other exciting stuff going on with Planet Coaster. It's just that we are very aware that the community feedback since the November Toolkit update has been, you know, you guys have been reporting lots of issues and things. That's why we sort of reprioritize and make sure that we were able to fix these things. And hopefully in early March there will be fixes for all of you who have been experiencing problems. So it's very exciting.
We are still dedicated to helping people.
Yeah.
If this fix doesn't impact your game, hopefully it will, but if it doesn't, we are still dedicated to finding fixes for you. Yeah. We want this game to be enjoyed by everybody, so that's why we've decided to do the quality of life updates.
Yay. See, we do have some news in this stream.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's like a total announcement right there.
So yeah, guys, there we go. We've got that straight from the Frontier Extra. And don't forget that, like, that was just episode 1. They said they're going to do this every month. So even if you're not into Planet Coaster, there is the Jurassic World section and the Elite Dangerous section. So they're kind of going over like a big, what it is, it's a big monthly review of news and creations, and they did, I think they did Galatians Blueheim. That they watched that whole ride. So really, really neat format that kind of just brings together all of the Frontier news and the happenings of that month. So I think we'll be able to in the future get a lot of neat information out of that. And just like they said, so the quality of life update is coming in early March. And I think these videos always best serve us in the comments section. That's when the really speculation comes out, where everybody really starts bringing out really, really cool ideas. I have no clue what this DLC could be. We've gotten off on such weird little DLCs now, like Vintage, World's Fair, Magnificent Rides, a lot of stuff that was just way out of left field that nobody thought was coming. So I guess I wouldn't expect this next DLC, you know, to be any different. Now, a lot of people say, we hear a lot of people kind of harping on, no, there's not going to be any more DLC because the ThemeMaker's Toolkit and blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't really make sense because, I mean, they still have to make money. Like, Frontier still has to make money, and they make money at this point selling the new packs. So I just don't think that that would be an option at this point to stop letting packs come out. Now, as far as what type of packs, that is kind of like our big point of debate. Are we talking more ride packs, or are they going to give us some more Frontier scenery? And you guys know I dedicate a whole series to the Theme Maker Toolkit items, and as wonderful as they are, you know, I'm being real with the modelers and the creators, I love it, but it still cannot substitute what these guys, what the actual Frontier artists can do, because they're not constrained in that like 8-meter box that the TMTK modelers are. So it's essentially like they're still the masters of our little Planet Coaster destiny here. But that is not to say that the modelers are not filling in incredible gaps when it comes to stuff we need. But you're talking about professional modelers that are not trying to work another job or 2 or 3 jobs, and you know, like the modelers that are coming from Frontier, that's what their job is. They're paid to go to this studio and create the best looking textured models and sets and wall sets and animatronics that they can. That's their job. Whereas like the creators that I'm talking about, this is like, for me, it's a big hobby to these guys. So they don't necessarily, they don't have all day to dedicate to this, and they're surely not getting a paycheck to do it. So that's why I don't think that the TMTK is a total substitution for what Frontier is capable of. And, you know, I think the Magnificent Rides DLC came out at a perfect time. It was perfectly timed for what the community wanted. Like, you know, the community was really harping on rides. A lot of people, not me, a lot of you guys were done with the scenery. You're not scenery type players. You're more casual. You like the different rides and need more ride variations, and that ended up happening. It was a perfectly timed pack. I loved it for you guys. Even though I didn't get any scenery out of it, I loved how hyped the community was. And for me, I was, you know, I always try to think bigger picture when it comes to Planet Coaster, and they checkmarked so many boxes by helping out and putting that Magnificent Rides DLC out. But as far as the flip side goes, I'm ready for another scenery pack. I'm ready for new wood pieces. I'm ready for recolorable metal roof pieces. As far as rides go, I'm ready for like junior rides. I'm ready for smaller footprint, smaller kid rides. I would love, you know, more county fair. You know, just those type of rides. You know, like I'm ready to get away from the massive footprint rides. And I am thinking more country fair. Shadow Phoenix and a lot of his community are talking a boardwalk type pack that I think sounds really, really interesting, really, really cool. But I would definitely not be being honest if I said I was not ready for another scenery pack to come out. Now, like I said, what that is, I do not know. I don't know what is in store for us. We don't even technically know if there's going to be a DLC in March. All we're following is that 3-month trend where, you know, the Magnificent Rides come out in December, January, February, March. We are technically, you know, if you want to call it this, and not, I don't want to sound like condescending and like a creepy little gamer, but, you know, we are like, we're ready, we're prepared for our next DLC. We've kind of been conditioned to go through these 3 months and, you know, kind of mess with the new packs and flesh it out. But with March here, everybody is really going to start turning towards Frontier again and wanting to know, obviously, what is the next pack? What is coming out next? What have you guys done? So really, really interesting stuff. And like I said, we're kind of just going into this blind again. But we have one of the things that's really interesting, though, and I will say this about March, and maybe they've caught on to this. It seems like Frontier catches on to every little thing that we kind of discover, like as far as the patents go. You haven't seen anything else about Frontier patents. And beyond Drew and HPK and I were talking about this last time, like we wonder if they're at a point now where they maybe use some kind of shell company or some kind of shell law firm at this point. I'm pretty sure because you haven't been able to find a Frontier registered trademark in like 2 years now, and that is when everybody really started homing in on the Planet Safari's been trademarked, Planet City, Planet Golf, Planet Prison, all of this stuff. And I think at this point now, and we know how secretive and this iron curtain that surrounds Frontier, I think at this point they're probably using a shell company, maybe some kind of law firm that is trademarking video games for them. So I don't think we can really, you can't really Google Frontier Development new trademark anymore because that was being sniffed out kind of too quick. Everybody was on top of that. So, not a big deal, but that was one of our outs that, like, the community as a whole, we kind of outed ourselves, by making videos on that. And I don't think that's an option for us anymore. But what I was going to say, getting back to the original point, is I don't see any weird type of spoiler guests on the March live stream schedule. So there's no like Bo and special live stream with Sam Denny. There's none of that I see as far as the Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, stuff like that being accounted for. And I don't think, without having it pulled up right in front of me, I don't think any weeks were skipped to where we can like hone in on like, I bet you something is happening that week. I think every week is accounted for. So maybe if we do get some kind of DLC drop, it will be a that week, or it will be like if they announce it on Monday or Tuesday, there will be a surprise stream like that Thursday or the next Tuesday. But definitely nothing jumps out to me as far as the live stream goes. It's a lot of Shantae, a lot of Stags, a lot of Workshop Wonderland, the regular stuff that they're typically doing. Nothing stands out odd in March. So, we kind of got that to go off of. And speaking of Shantae, Stags, Bo, Will, I think 2019, they have got such an awesome community team in place, and I'm particularly just so impressed with Shantae and how well she's been received. She is like the epitome of knowing how nerdy we all are about this and totally nerding out and being right in there with us. Shantae, to me, is like the cool babysitter of the group. We've got Bo that's kind of like the stricter, like the fun, but like the mom figure. And Shantae's like the cool babysitter. She's like the authority figure, but she's still really, really cool and likes to cut up with us and, just have fun. And I think she just brings out the best in the rest of that community crew. Bo and all them, this community team, Stags and all of them, they mesh so well. And it's really cool that even Will kind of still gets involved with the Planet Coaster stuff, even though he's kind of transitioned over to kind of take over the Ed deal. It's just we're in a really, really awesome community manager position right now, rolling into 2019, and Bo and Shantae spearheading the Planet Coaster side, I just think is really, really cool. But anyways, guys, yeah, they did not let much slip in this live stream. No spoiler Sams, no spoiler Bows. And I just think we will, like I said, we'll have to carry this down in the comments section. I know you guys like to dissect this and tear this apart, and just tell me, what direction do you think we're going? Are we going for another rides pack? Are we going for more scenery? What do you think is going to happen? And like I said, I don't really have any info yet, so I don't want to just kind of spill on with you guys. So I guess we'll go ahead and end it here. But yeah, just let me know what you think and let each other know what you think, and we will continue this down below. And yeah, like I said, subscribe for more Planet Coaster content, and as soon as I know info, I will make some videos and get the info out to you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, because a lot of times when this stuff drops, I'm at work. I'm in my real job, so I have to kind of filter it out through Twitter and through Instagram before I can get home and actually, you know, make a video about it. So follow me on those social media platforms, and then you will know as soon as I know. And yeah, it's just fun to kind of be in the moment like that and keep up with the breaking news. Really, really interesting stuff. But anyways, guys, I'm Sdanwolf. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me. Don't forget to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and let me know your thoughts down below. And I will catch you next time. Thank you. See you guys.